City Skyline, PlayStation Edition. So, this is doomed. Doomed has been doomed for failure from when I first started. This is one of the first maps I did. Pollution. It's like Captain Planet in this bitch. Cleaned up a big chunk over here. The water is receding a little bit. We're making progress there. The goal, I created a pipeline here that do nothing but suck out that water and push it out over here. It's not connected to anything. I got rid of the landfills here to operate at a minimum because I realized I don't need that much landfills. You know? So I'm trying to see how I can save it. And when I say save it, at least stop pollution. Another problem with this town that I've corrected going forward was initially starting, all I used was small roads. Damn, gotta pay them out. Small roads. Congestion. Especially at like my high populated town, city. You know, my high junction areas. I've been gaming my whole life. All I do is practice. Don't play online. I'm not a people person to begin with. And people cheat. Then there's not just this people cheat thing, it's a skill gap thing too. What I mean by skill gap, there's what you know based on experience, and then there's your ability to comprehend based off of age. You know? And then there's actually wanting to be good. What I mean by good, there's certain games like Mortal Kombat, right? Mortal Kombat has a juggle system. I mean, it's cool technically in the technical aspect of the game, I guess. But when you want the fight to look good, it breaks immersion. See a motherfucker floating in the air, getting hit 10,000 times. It breaks immersion of the video game. Get what I'm saying? And then there's people that's like, they only play a health bar. They don't play to make it look good. They don't play to be good. Whatever to win. That's the difference between me and most gamers. I want to look good while I win too. And that takes a different level of skill. You know, you have to show restraint from juggling. Juggle, juggle, juggle. It doesn't look good from a skill perspective. A button masher can juggle. You know, I'd rather take a person that shoot fireballs from across the screen. As better skill than a person that's like, haha, I caught you in a loop. Like taking when they got you against the wall. That's cool, I could take that. Back to the wall, keep your guard up, figure out how to get your ass off the wall. Switch positions. But the juggling aspect of that shit, motherfucker never hit the ground. Flawless victory. My God, that is not skill. So, there is a difference. There is a difference in this shit. What, high tech? That's because we got shit we're doing here. We got a big project. Clearing up this shit. My tax is at 12% at the moment. 12 across the board. Clearing up the environment. We need all hands on deck. That's all tax represents. State of work. State of emergency. That's what tax is. Tax is to make sure everybody do their part. Really. That's why when more money is circulating throughout the what you call it, when more money is circulating, I know that was more. You gotta symbol. Oh Lord. Thought I was tripping. Ooh, that was weird. That's why when money is circulating, food prices go up. Because we can't just be having people being assholes, biting an apple, go order a lobster, take one bite and throw it over their shoulder. Like not lobstery enough. I wanted my lobster to taste like burger. Because food has to go around to feed everybody. That's why no matter how much money goes around, food is always, the price of food go up when money is able to circulate. When the price of food drops, that means that money is getting tight for the country. It's getting harder to acquire money. to feed the family. So the price of food dropped. Again, this is the mind of a person who actually thinks shit through and think about it. Everybody don't see it like that. Like, yeah, you know, make more money, but the price of food is through the roof. Like, how long do you think it takes to grow a burger? You know? So, that's just stuff we gotta think about. Taxes stop us from wasting. Just stop us from wasting. No, it don't stop us from wasting. It's just like when it comes to food, that's why they tax food so much. But taxes they stop people from just doing dumb shit. You got to think about money, where money is going, how to acquire money. That's why money, I tell people all the time, money ain't real. Money is a means to an end. Our biggest thing is resources. Real money is resources. Resources aren't infinite. So people have to work just to even access the resource. Let's look at like this building city. We're negative 227,000. Right? We'll always be at a debt. For example, the big project now, which was clearing up all the garbage and shit like that. All that garbage was burnt. What can't be recycled was burnt. Metal melted down. It can't, what can be recycled was recycled, but we can't sell trash. So trash brings no money in. Just the cost of taking out the trash has no return. Not to include general education, our power system, which even though we charge for it, it's like the maintenance of it brings no real return. Emergency services, fire department, ambulance services, emergency medical services, I should say, EMTs, medical technicians, police officers, teachers, like all that shit, books, they don't bring a fucking return in. As far as a return is money. They don't bring in money that matters. And it's a necessity of society. So you will always run at a deficit. You just try not to let the deficit grow out of proportion. For example, I don't get why schools, maybe I get why. It might be hard to find the fucking resources. But, like, schools should have been, especially colleges, they should have been away with paperback books. Here, all your books are on this tablet. I think it's cheaper to give a motherfucker a tablet for the school year than to have multiple paperback books, which take away from trees and all this shit, and take away from the environment, which is a resource we could use. That same tree could have been used for toilet paper. That's why I like with hemp, that's why hemp outside of smoking marijuana is a good thing. They like hemp grows 10 times faster than most plants. Hemp toilet paper would help. It's a weed, it always grows. And it grows at a rapid rate. Empty all of those. Open those. After those empty, we'll close them and we'll work off of those. It's going to seem a little bit messier before it gets clean. Like right now, we got all these incinerators going, which is why we got that big ass smoke cloud. We cleared up this area. We'll figure out what to do with this area. We got an industrial area. This is actually one of the only maps I've been able to grow fucking industrial shit. So, I might keep that. But, after we clear out these, we'll just learn how to work better. More efficient. Actually, we can try to clean that up. So we'll move you to this side. Got space. Oh, we want to put it over there. God damn it. It's not good. Wow, we don't got that space over there. Try to clean that up. Give me just leave it on like a jackass. Give me that. Put you there. Gotta break this. Hope that's not just the only line. this line to this line. This line is the line that only goes to these over here. They're not connected to anything else but that. So, in theory, these should suck up the water here, the polluted water, and push it over here. Pushing it out. It's like a water pump. It's a water pump pumping the water to a different location. If you ever had a flooded basement and you had to use a water pump, take one end, you take the hose and you put it to the drainage and you use the water pump to suck out the water out the basement. Push it through down to the drainage. That's what we're doing. So over time, that should clear up. Distilled water is the best. Yeah, this made me think about so much stuff I did not want to think about. Where does our poop go? Close that. Because we can close that, we'll open one of these. Where does our poop go? Everybody tell me the same thing. Into the sewer? Okay, then where does that go? To the ocean? Nobody can really tell me the process of our waste management system when it comes to waterways. Just shows that the average person isn't as educated as we think. No, it's nothing against not knowing. I don't know. I still haven't looked it up. But it just goes to show the average education level of the people don't know. Man, everybody want to drink Fiji. Fiji go through the same process of shit rolls downhill. Just that I think Mount Fiji is supposed to be high up. So it's at the top of the hill. Purified or distilled water. Purified water can only purify so much, right? Distilled water is the creation of water through the, what the fuck is the process in nature that's called? You know, through evaporation and all of that shit. Condensation. While you heat the water up in the middle pan, the steam rises, go through a bunch of tubes, and it rains over here. They create the rain cloud here, push the rain cloud through here, and it rains over here, creating fresh new water. That's the distill process. That's why sometimes like it tastes a little metallic. Right? Tastes like metal. If you got too much metal in it, they call it alkaline. But it's the creation of new water through evaporation and condensation. As to where purified water just goes through basically the water treatment center. Suck up the water, push it through the water treatment center, bottle that bitch up. It's tap water. Tap water is purified water. But if they were to tell you it was tap water, you'd be like, I don't want that shit. Because of the perception of tap water. Tap water is mass purified water. See how perception changes your view on things? I sure love that fucking Aquafina. Close you off. You're at 16. You're at 28. We'll close you off for a second. And we're going to work on these three. Get that down. Get that down. Get that down. Focus our efforts. What are you guys at? You got to get emptied. Alright, focus. I'll open you up. Alright, focus our efforts. Empty that out. And then we'll let those two be the main focus. But nothing more than ants. All depends on who's in charge. Right now, waste management is the job to have. Should be paying good. I don't want to be no damn garbage man. education level. Like I was saying, the city will always run at a deficit. That don't mean that we run it up, because you got to remember what the deficit represents. It represents resources. It's supposed to represent resources, not just money. Resources we can't get back. That's why money is the root of all evil. It's a means to keep people focused. It's not the focus. The focus is having a better tomorrow. That's the focus. Having a better tomorrow. Why? Because like Doom, we learn from our mistakes. And we improve. But it takes time. Right? Pollution went down in that area. Which means that it's working. See? Clean that up. I didn't know how to clean up this lake. Shit! I don't know. It just hit me today. I'm like, I could do that. Stupid. I'm so stupid. You stupid motherfucker. Shit ain't as easy as it looks. That's why my first city I knew was Doom. I never ran a city before. How do you expect people who never done anything on this scale to know better? You can't know better until you do. And you can't do better. You can't know better until you do better, and you can't do better until you do to begin with. Trial and error. Go in with the best knowledge and best intention. Sometimes that don't mean that it'll always work out necessarily in your favor. Not that it worked out bad. Like, we got a nice population. We got nice cities. We build up nicely. We don't look too bad. It's just to do better. Got all that pollution with no nuclear reactor. We're trying to be as clean as possible. Natural forms of energy generation. Like, you dated your ex because you thought it was going to work out. Trial. The error was you dated your ex. You know, you're like, my next girlfriend, my next relationship won't be like that. But new people, new problems. That's why sometimes they like it's sometimes better to water the grass where you're at versus find a new garden. Because trial and error. Like, here was the error. We could try to fix it. But some people, you know, you're like, you just can't. That's okay, though. You know? There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't repeat your same mistakes, and don't let the same mistakes be repeated. On the other hand, so you find a person that you could get a good back and forth with. You're like, okay. I didn't like that. Can you change that? Like, I can, and I'm willing to, if you change that. Now we're in the contract negotiation. Then eventually, if you both actually put forth the effort and not just say it, but do it, then you grow for a better tomorrow. So, that's what we do. We try to grow for a better tomorrow. That's what I do. Can't speak for everybody. Everybody, like I said, I'm stupid, but everybody don't even have my vision. To be like, I'm stupid. Some people feel they're flawless. Focus on that one. Got one open. Whoops. Set 2%. When it gets a 4, we'll empty it. 4, 5. But they're like, this is for kids. Actually, you know what I want to download? I want to download Jurassic World Evolution. retry that. I was like, I did a city builder. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You sure you don't want to do the tutorial? Shut the fuck up. I'm like a noob, like a jackass. I did not know what I was doing. I'm like, fuck this game, it sucks. Sorry. Don't hate the game. Hate the player. Actually, I know what I want to do. I want to turn all of this into solar. Let's relocate. Need to straighten the road, boss. Who has even You should have widened the road, boss. You should have, would have, could have. Did you? Shut the fuck up. How much was the producing up there? Should check that. Perception and reputation on the thing that stop it. You know that's where the what you call this used to be? Solar farm. Tell me, to move there, your kids gonna have 6 toes. Gotta be a lot of radiation or something. Reputation and perception. Rather have empty lots than abandoned buildings. Tax. All kinds of people heard that word. They use the word cringe now in place of tax. It's cringe. Same meaning. Same energy, I should say. Same energy, different word. Intent of words. No. How much does it matter? If I say you're a tool, should I just might as well call you a bitch? Get what I'm saying? Hope never a little bit faster. But I might be not connected to any other line but this line. Oh, what the fuck? That line's connected. Let's process the water. Nothing but processes. Shit. This area is doing good when they shut these down. Been able to shut these down too. Gotta check them again. We're not done yet. Thank you. I know somebody. It's over here. Oh, that's what I just did. What else am I looking for? Education. And I'm like, why aren't they growing a little faster? Given population. Good job, squad. Are we making it in now? Looks like we're making it in now. Excellent. We are. Pretty soon we'll be able to Turn off these goddamn accelerators. Might actually need to add. Sure. Shit, start to clear back. Benefit from it, right? Yes. Because we got some of this. Just gonna let those fill up. Clear out the others. So far away. I just figure I need the industry spec because I never seen anything. Out of all games that need a goddamn guidebook, this does. Turn all of this into something. And like a phoenix, I have the old shower eyes. I have the ashes. Somebody say ashes? Ashes. No, I'm all for ashes. Anyway. That guy just did a whole 180. Can't do a 360. 360 brings you back full circle. Do a 90, 45. Never do a 360. Education. The more you know. Seen somebody move a house intact. I believe anything is possible. All you need is somebody willing to say, hold my beer. And it can't be done. First you need a naysayer. Gives the person holding the beer the proper motivation. What? Oh my dear. Someone said it couldn't be done, but he would have chuckled and replied, maybe it couldn't, but he wouldn't be one to say so until he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. So he started to sing his technical thing that couldn't be done if he did it. Moral of the story is, shut the fuck up, bitch. I got this. Remember, education always changes too. Education is because the more you know, things you thought you knew, you don't know. For example, Pluto is not a planet, and then it's a planet, and then it's not a planet, and then it's a planet. Goes to show sometimes everything we know we don't know. It's just told to us. You know what I mean? It's just what's told to us. The Earth is a sphere. I don't know. I'm not ever arguing is the Earth flat or round. I'm arguing is it a globe or is it a sphere or is it flat? I believe it's round, but a quarter is round. That don't make it a sphere. That's making a globe-shaped object. But I could turn a quarter into a globe-shaped object. Here's my theory. The Earth is flat, round, and a sphere at the same time. A sphere, a globe. Take a quarter, stand it vertically on its axis, and spin that motherfucker. Spinning, it looks like a globe. But it's flat. So it gives us our Earth rotation. It gives flat Earth. And it gives it's a sphere at the same time. It's a globe. All at the same damn time. Everybody wins. See, I'm something of a genius myself. I went to genius school. I failed, but I went. The moon. I'm going to use the moon as my argument for flat Earth. We only see one side of the moon ever. We never see the other side of the moon because the moon doesn't rotate. It just orbits around our planet in a fixed position. That's argument enough for me to say that all this shit flat. Because from Earth, it looks only like a two-dimensional plane. The sun itself looks like a two-dimensional plane. Everything we see in the night sky looks two-dimensional. So, is it flat or is it a globe? We only ever see one side of the moon. We never see the other side of the moon. It's in a fixed position. You know, that's like always seeing heads on a quarter. No matter how it rotates around, all we ever see is head. Like shit, maybe you want some tail sometime, you know. To say that it's just a flat plane doesn't have rigid surfaces or things is false. That don't mean that it's a globe. Round, round is one thing. A globe is different. Fire! Fire! What's my Spider-Man outfit? I'll save you, Mary Jane. That's the right house? Yep, that's the right house. Ah! Where the hell is the fire department? Help! Help! Throw down the PlayStation. Catch my baby first. First, throw the PlayStation. Hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! This way! This way! Hey, we see the fire, sir. What the fuck took you so long? Back in my day, we would have spit on the fire and it went out. You kids are soft. Was he at the last fire? Right? Not arguing is the world round, it's the earth round. Everything in our solar system is just about round. We haven't came across a cube, so I believe it's round. Is it a globe? Just like a black hole. Is a black hole a globe, or is it a two-dimensional object? Like, we never see the black hole depicted as a globe. If a black hole was a globe, it would look like the sun. Because it would have an event horizon all around the object. So it would glow like the sun. Not just around the edges. Because all of it's an edge. If it's a sphere. Which makes me have a theory that black holes, if they are three-dimensional objects, are cylinder shaped or cone shaped. So we should start looking for cones and or cylinders in space. Do you understand me? Because black holes suck in objects. They suck in space and matter. So, if they suck in space and matter, it has to have depth, like a pipe. a drain pipe, which means that pipe has to be either cone shaped or a cylinder. Again, the event horizon is the matter and everything that's being sucked into the black hole. It gets superheated, right? If it's a sphere or a globe, then all of it, from the whole object itself, is sucking in stuff, which means that the event horizon is everywhere. It's on the surface of all the surface, making it a sun, object as bright as the sun, not just the edges, because all of it is edge, which means that a black hole is a two-dimensional object in space. At the very least, we're seeing it from one perspective, which is a top-down perspective or bottom-up perspective. We're not seeing it from an angle. If we see it from an angle or from a side view, we should see a cylinder or a cone, because all that matter has to go into something, like a pipe. I told you, I went to genius school. I love science, I love space. I just wasn't in the right environment. Alright, gotta have some depth. Gotta be like a pipe, Super Mario, or a cone. A cone is also a round object that has depth. And they say it has a focal point as to where the matter heats up and stuff and shoots out from. So I'm betting cone versus a cylinder. Because the cone has a focal point at the tip inside the cone. The man in black gonna be at my door in a second. Excuse me, sir. I need you to come with us. Not again. Like, I hope you remember the last time. Like, ha! Gotcha, bitch! I was suspecting that. Ah, you are clever. Right, because they flash you. You're not supposed to remember. Gotcha, bitch! I think of shit like this for real, for real. Not just on some play shit. I really think about this shit. I love watching space documentaries and shit like that. Like, Here's my craziest theory. Okay. Everything that we know about history is a lie. If you ask me, how old is the oldest person in the world? Let's say the oldest person is 120, 125. I would say 4 times that. So the world is about 500 years old. And all of this shit was kind of here before. And there was a mass reset or something. You know, like the world isn't as old as we believe. Civilization isn't as old as we want to believe. That's my theory. All this shit is relatively new. My second theory is, let's say it is longer, right? We're living in the Garden of Eden. We're living in heaven. Pause. Pause button. I don't have to pause it to talk to y'all. That's not what it really did. We're living in heaven. We don't know it. And that's the hell on earth. When we die to the collective consciousness of the people that know this. And that collective consciousness is just projected in another form to the world. For example, a baby. Like, you ever seen a baby and you're like, that ain't no baby, that's a grown little person. Our perception of somebody helpless with nothing, can't fend for themselves, is a baby. So that's how we see the people. You know? But they're just like grown people. To them, they're just going through hard times until they grow mature. Like, the rough times are no longer rough times. You know, they go from rough times into a time of helplessness and a time of nursing. That time of nursing, the time of helplessness is the elderly, where they, no matter what they do, they just don't have, they can't do anything. No matter what they do, the world crumbles in on them. To a time of being nurtured, finding a new home, a happy place, which is the infancy. You know, like you're a child twice, in the beginning and in the end. Go through a time of nursing. You know, the new group that take care of you, your new home that you don't even know is your home, which is your spot in heaven, is the people around you that nurse you back to health. But somewhere there's a reset in your brain. Forget about everything from your past. It works like reincarnation. Reincarnation is the same theory, just the physical form changes. you know? Crazy. But, like, matter is not neither created nor destroyed. It's only placed, displaced, placed and displaced. It's consciousness, right? Or the way you see it. Like somebody ever passed and like Spider-Man say, I see you everywhere, Mr. Stark. Like my grandmother passed. And it's about 2 years, 3 years. And she didn't even live in America. But there's people that pass me on the street and I see my grandmother. My neighbor, Miss P, she passed. And there's people on the street I see that remind me of her. Just made me think of it like, damn. Like, it could be we just don't recognize each other because the conscious tells us that we're no longer in each other's lives. With that familiarity, motherfucker look at, look at a motherfucker, they look at you like, I don't know you, but I know you. Because the soul never dies. I almost cried the other day, yesterday, not the other day, yesterday, thinking of Miss P. I rode past hospital. I used to take her to the hospital. And I was riding down the street with my daughter in the car, picking up the cord, my PlayStation 5 cord from the place because they didn't send it back. So I had to go pick it up. Drove past the hospital and got choked up. Like, damn, I remember I used to take this Peter. Shit like that. Like when I had my car. Got all choked up and shit. It's just how the shit goes sometimes. Anyway, we're living in heaven and we don't know it. That's part of the curse of being human. Being kicked out of the Garden of Eden. But we were never kicked out. We just believed we were kicked out. Because we believed we were kicked out. We were kicked out. You know what I mean? It's the curse of man. Of humans. Mankind. crazy, is it? Or is it not? But yeah, creation is Big Bang. Big Bang, uh, God created heavens and earth, and man and woman. All of that suggests that all of this shit was here before us. We inherited all this shit. It was made for us to inherit. Even Big Bang. Life started with a bang. The universe started with a bang. Everything was created in an instant. It means all these buildings, all these homes, all these domiciles, if you ask me, it's already created before we lived here. We were created. Our habitat was already made. Even the Big Bang suggests that. Everything just formed in an instant. Science and religion gotta meet somewhere because it's not too far off from each other. Big Bang. Big Bang is gonna happen again. Let's look in theory. Black holes. Black holes sucking mass and all of this shit. And they're basically our garbage compactors in the universe. Black holes join together to form supermassive black holes. Supermassive black holes, in turn, are more bigger, stronger, and absorb more energy. So, eventually a supermassive black hole and another supermassive black hole will form together. Then that super duper black hole will form with another super duper black hole. And eventually it gets to a point where there is only one supermassive black hole. That supermassive black hole will heat up and shoot out energy and matter everywhere like a quasar, being the Big Bang, creating the universe again. It's a possibility. Possibility and probabilities, right? Didn't expect me to get that deep, did you? That's what she said. Didn't expect you to get that deep. Well, it looked like could have been filled. Bam, life is created. I feel like a weirdo at times. That's why. That is why. Women don't want to hear that shit. They say they want a guy that's smart, intelligent, and thoughtful. Until you say some smart, intelligent, thoughtful shit. And like, yeah, whatever. Take off your pants. Just want to use you for your man. Ain't nobody here for to hear that bullshit. Here for the dick, sir. You don't want me. Just want my thing, man. Gotta set this at This must be a rich neighborhood. Oh, I guess not. They're not coming for them. Oh, they are. Over here! Over here! God damn, that old man runs fast. I'll help. Come on, man. Take off the bra. It's hindering your progress. Just want to use me for my man meat. I might not use it. Just a curse I have. Handsome and intelligent. I'm a little charismatic. I'm hot. Women think I got hoes. Part of the reason I'm saying I got a lot of hoes. First of all, I'm not paying for this. I ain't got no hoes. Secondly, I believe in love and faithfulness. Like, haha, sure you do, son. If I was 6 feet, bang, 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 left and right, I'm just short. Part of the curse. Looks, intelligence, athleticism. I'm just short. Shit, come up just high enough. I got to catch my leg up. Kiss that motherfucker. Women are perverts sometimes. They're just trying to hide. No, actually, I don't need to open this yet. Because I still got things open. That can fill out. That got smaller. That looks like it got smaller. That's something that's all put on. Not an idiot. Just dumb. Oh, no. We're not done yet. We're not done. Hey, ladies, does my intelligence make you wet? Say something smart. Something smart. Haha, you think you're funny, don't you? No, I know I am. Girl giggles. Boy, stop. I ain't even started yet, baby. It's kind of what it's like. Doing pretty good cleaning this shit up. Guys, we're doing so good on the lower taxes. I'm going 8. We just ate that shit up. Take a bite out of pollution. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Say Captain Hispanic? No, senor. Captain Planet. Oh, okay. Should have took a picture before. I gotta be at work until 3 o'clock tomorrow. Means I can wake up, beat my meat, and go back to sleep. Cassie. That's that milk. Remember, everybody's not me. People don't understand. I'm a free thinker. You can't try to taint me. Problem with them. They try to tame me. Baby, I'm already tame. Don't try to stop my freedom with that. That's why I be single. That's why I'm single. The Madden bitches be tripping. Think I'm lying? Women don't even like me. And I believe women when they say, men, men are dangerous. Because I'm always thinking about if I gotta fight 6 niggas, but not every day. At least once. At least especially riding on the train. Am I gonna have to fight this nigga today? I always think that somebody gonna try to pull it. You know? So, man, women aren't really pleasant. Ask yourself, do you really get along with each other? I get y'all trying to do better, though. Women are trying to do better. I could give them that. Definitely give them that. They are. They got a lot more women empowerment shit. And I hate to use the word empowerment, but they are trying to come together. And uplift each other. But when you have a group of people who don't believe they're wrong, is that really the best thing? Fellas, I say we divide and conquer. Now they all gonna believe they're right, even if they're wrong. Like, well, my sister said, sisterhood of the whores. I'm sorry. Oh. No. But I think I do pretty good when it comes to the ladies. Kinda, sorta. I've just been trying to keep it in my pants. It's better myself. Avoid drama. But it's time to unleash the dragon. I'm hoping woman is my life partner. But the one that's interested right now is an uphill battle. And the one I'm interested in, where it's mutual interest, I should say. It's an uphill battle. She's 22. I'm 38. She wouldn't do the hibbity-dibbity. She's like, I want to be your boo. Like, I don't know. I don't want to have to fight nobody. It's going to be uphill battle, girl. Your people's my people's. People's. Like, I don't know. Big age difference. She's taking advantage of you. I'm like, she just knows she my type. She taking advantage of me. She knows it's hard for me to say no. Just look at her. My type. So who's taking advantage of whom? Babies. I don't want no more babies. She don't want a baby. I know she don't want a baby. Because I don't want a baby for me. My baby gotta tell the ropes are true. Is your baby a saying, ma'am? Yes. How did you know? Sayings are born with tales. So, I lay here and talk to y'all for a minute. I ain't got nobody else to talk to. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to keep it a secret. But we gonna have to be a secret anyway. So we work together. Keep your secret like Jim and Pam. On our 5th year anniversary. Tell everybody. It kind of reminds me of Dwight and Angela. You know, like I said, she like to have control a bit. I'm not against it. You know, I don't like to just walk over my women. I don't like a fight neither. She just like, look, I got say. Like, yes, you do got say. I can say things and make choices. Yes, you can make things and say choices. So what do you want to say and choose? She's like, damn, I want the dick. Say it. And choose it. Son of a bitch. Yeah. But right now, it's not a big. It's not. I don't know what it is. I'm confused. But all the smarts I am here is love. Because love is emotions, stuff based off of scientific thoughts. Right? put two and two together. You're like, ah, I love this person. There's a chick that got my heart in chains. I'm in love with her. She's been my best friend for a long time, even if we aren't talking. And I proposed. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. And she didn't talk to me all last year. Like, she talked to me like in the beginning of January. And she's like, this is too much. You know what? Fuck this shit. Haven't talked to me. I still got her Christmas gifts downstairs. I haven't sent them yet. I did buy them. I bought them. The intentions was to send them before Christmas. I just haven't had a chance, to be honest. Not that I ain't gonna send them or nothing. I was debating if I should take it. No. Because she's been in a position before where, people she's rejected show that better space. Your private space is your private space. Your sanctuary is your sanctuary. I'm not going to come and interrupt your sanctuary to make you feel like it's not safe. So I'm one of the few people she did tell where she stayed. So I gotta send the gifts. So she, at this point, she's like, fuck him. For 2 years in a row, I sent her gifts. I know she's difficult to love. I got some type of trauma. So I don't want to lead this young lady on. I told her everything, here's why my heart's in chains and what, man. She's like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna love you from here for now. And hopefully, she is everything I love in a woman. I just don't know her as an individual like that. But everything I love in a woman, she is. I could give her that. It's like, my heart's in chains over here. Send these gifts. And then move on. It took a lot to wrap those gifts up. Because I laid out everything on the table. Gifts for my daughter, gifts for my mother, gifts for my brothers. Gifts for their wives and girlfriends, respectively. Stuff for my daughter's mother, stuff for my father, stuff for my grandmother. Then her stuff, and then I got her kids' stuff, too. And I'm looking at it like, this is, I got everything for my whole family. You know how hard it is to know that a big chunk of your family isn't there. Like, she's the woman of my house, making her kids my kids, even if they aren't biological. But no, she wanna act a fool. So it's like, it took a lot to wrap that up. To look at those gifts, to see how shambled my household is. Like, this is real life, son. To know that it might not even be, motherfucker might not even care. It's this close to burning. Like, fuck it. Take it all and burn it. money don't matter because I didn't do it for the money. Now, I didn't do it like, I don't know. I didn't do it for her to like me. I didn't do it for her to love me. I do it because I love her. I do it because I like her. Some people do the most for a person to like them. Like, I do it because I like you. I'm not doing it for you to like me. So it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Send it, move on with my life. 2 years removed from proposing. When I proposed initially. The motherfucker spent 1 of the years not talking to me. The other year. A year. This will be year 2. I didn't propose last Thanksgiving. I proposed Thanksgiving before that. I went through 8 Thanksgiving. This will be the second one. Something like that. It's too long. I can tell you that shit. I'm tired of beating my dick. I'm tired of not having somebody to love on. Hug on to hold on. Next month will be 3 years since I got laid. So, I gotta live. Gots to live. That hot 22-year-old that wanna try to live with me. Let's live, baby. Let's live. Live it up a bit. You know? Flat or sphere? It's round. If you say it's a globe, I can't say it's a globe. Because we only see one side of the moon. If we only see one side of the moon, and the moon has sides, how can it be globes? Globes don't have sides. Shadow don't mean that it has depth. You ever seen a picture that looks like it has depth but doesn't have depth? That's shadowing the light. You could draw a picture that looks like it's three-dimensional, but it's still 2 fucking dimensional. Color something looks bad, but it's still black. But it is round. Gives you Just like a lady with nice hips. It looks like she has an ass. Then you see her from the back and her ass is flat. Right? Gave off that it was a three-dimensional object. It's not a three-dimensional object. That's what I was considering. That definitely is not at 11%. These are empty. Wow. Ooh, wait. I know that ass gonna be juicy. Wait for it to walk past. Son of a bitch. Catfish. You don't need to smoke weed to have thoughts. Try to smoke weed on any moon. Actually, the last time I smoked weed was Christmas. I'm turning me on right now, but a woman that want me. Like I say, I don't do bad. I get my fair share of jealousy. I'm like, that was your little friend. Like, girl, you are one of my little friends. Shut up. I'm afraid of sleeping with this girl. She gonna get stuck. Stupid. I'm gonna fuck the shit out. She gonna get stuck on stupid. We didn't work together. We can't work any shifts together. Just that 20-minute layover. Flip her ass that way. Bang, 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 bang. How do I feel? Yeah, I love you too, baby. But like I said, she is everything I love in a woman. No, not to play her off like that. And that's the only reason I'm entertaining it. The other one, there's two more that fit the height ratio, the looks, and I do believe the mental capacity that I'm looking for, that I like. But one got a man and the other one, like, she don't want nothing serious. She not looking for marriage. Because she went through that already. I want to be married. I want to get married. I don't want to get married just for the sake of marriage. So, get married to somebody I love and stuff. But she's against marriage right now. So, that leaves her out of it. Unfortunately. And the other one got a man. I'm not going to break up a happy home. Not just looking for some pussy. Looking for pussy where I could grow. If there's no potential to growth, then I don't really want to be there. That's why I only go work at home. That's the sucky part. So goddamn damaged. Oh yes. I'll figure that out. No, it worked because this. That cleared up. If it didn't work, that wouldn't be able to clear up. shit like this happen. They're trying to fuck with me. Our electricity consumption is up. Everybody's on the grid. You shouldn't be having that problem. Terrorist attack. Only thing can be. Consumption versus production. Still got 10,000. Doing pretty good, y'all. I think that was for 2.5 hours. That was some good stuff. Cleared that up. We made a dent there. We cleared this up. Cleared this up. And we got rid of one. Oh, I'm so gassy. Definitely just empty. Yeah, they fucking with us, man. Told you. Terrorist attack. No matter what you say, progress is the No matter what you try to do, you make major progress. Eventually, I'll get to be able to shut down these incinerators once this clear up. I only open them like once a week. Just like over here, that's why the pollution over here in this corner got low. Because I don't run them as often. These ain't went down because they always running. These are always running at the moment to clear up this space. That's why I started doing one at a time, a little faster. Do this again. I think I put thought into almost everything I do. The only time I don't put thought in sometimes, even though I still put thought, I think it's when action. Quickly. My sim builds make a lot of motherfuckers blush. Seven degrees. I've been making progress, so I want to keep the progress going. That's why I don't want to quit this right now. So I've been to the year 2000. Not much has changed, but they live underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine. It's doing fine. I took a trip to the year 2000. This year I went multi-platinum. Head out so Kelly Clarkson. That'd be risky, too risky. Can't risk it. That's gonna disappear soon. That's a big chunk that to be taken out of. It's gonna start looking like that, I think. That's because we're not running. The incinerator. So pretty soon, that's gonna look like that. And that's gonna look like that. It's faint like it's there because we gotta run it. But not strong because it's not potent. Unfortunately, I have no idea what to do with our waste. Shit, fuck for Kelly Clarkson. Everybody bought my 7,000. Focus one at a time. Let's go, baby. Where you at? into the year 3000. Probably keep up my industrial song. Get rid of this. Keep it centralized over there. Maybe expand over here a little bit more. This shit out so Kelly Clarkson. So remember, this is cleanup from my first city. Don't save. Doom. Now where I'm at now is I'm trying. We still got room to expand and grow. And everywhere you see that is they just happen to be on right now. Land fitness. Got neater, we got cleaner. Got a lot less traffic. Buses are free. And our rail systems are free. Rail systems are free. Small 1%, motherfuckers. Like we have problem with the test, sir. Well, unproblem and shit. We got tons of buses. We have subway systems. That's why you don't see a lot of traffic. Because our public transportation is free. There's no reason you can't get to the money. Longest ever. So yeah, that should help with our pollution. Right, this one's already clearing up a bit. Yeah, boy. Say I didn't get better. You're a lie. Remember, domed all the way from 2001. The one I just oversaved was from 2001. I've made improvements. Anyway, I'm gonna call it one tonight. GG. Good game. Gab Game. GabGames.com. Talk about it.